Now, let's discuss adding clips to your timeline. To the left here, we have the media pool. I'll drag any clip to the timeline area. And notice that when I did that, even though we had no timelines yet, Resolve automatically created a new timeline in order to add this clip too. So it's called timeline 1. I know it's a timeline through this icon here. And I can see on top of the monitor, we have timeline 1. Notice something very important. When I add a clip from the media pool to the timeline, Resolve will add the entire clip. So now we just added the entire clip. I can select a portion of the clip before adding it to the timeline so that the portion I selected will be the only part added. So for example, I'll delete this clip here and I'll double click on it. So now it's loaded into the source monitor. And this is the entire length of my clip. Notice these two controls here. This one will add an in point and this one will add an out point. They allow me to select a certain portion of my clip to be added to my timeline. So for example, let's preview the clip. And for example, I want to add the clip starting from this point. So note what will happen here to this point when I click on the endpoint indicator. Now we created an endpoint. And for example, let's come to this point when she holds the book back. And let's say this is the out point. So note what will happen here once I click on the out point marker. Now I just created an out point. So now we have this section selected between the in point and the out point. And you can see that we have a selection through this marker here on the thumbnail of the video. It shows me that currently in this clip, this is the selected portion, which means if I add this clip to my timeline, whether I pull it from the media pool or from the source monitor, only the selected portion, so the area between the in and out points, will be added. So let's drag it to the timeline and note that we only added this section. I can still extend the clip manually here, so I'm not only limited to the points I selected, but these points determine the part that will initially be added to the timeline. So let's delete everything and let's add another clip. I'll take this clip here and I'm going to add another clip. So now I have two clips on my timeline. So for example, I can place the playhead here near the end of this clip. And if I play, notice how we move to the next clip once the playhead gets to the point between both clips. And this is how you initially add clips to your timeline.